everyone. So welcome to my channel, and in this video we are going to see the special case 1 of transportation problem, which is unbalanced matrix, right? We have seen many videos and we have covered all the concepts from transportation problem, right? So we have seen 3 methods to find out the initial solution, which are northwest corner method, Vogel's approximation method and least cost method, right? We also have seen the Modi method, which is there to find out the optimum solution, right? We have seen the practice examples also, so you can go through all of those videos if you have not yet watched. Now in this video we are going to cover the special cases. There are some 3 to 4 special cases in transportation problem which need to be dealt separately, little bit in a different manner. So first case is unbalanced matrix. So as you know, before solving any transportation problem, you need to check one important criteria, that is the matrix needs to be balanced matrix, meaning that the total of supply should be equal to the total of demand. Yes, we all know about this rule. Okay, so now let's quickly check in this example that these 3 are your sources, these 3 are your destinations. As you know, this is the supply, this is the demand row. Okay, now let's take the total of supply and the total of demand. Let's see if it is same. If same, then balanced. Okay, so the total is 0 and then 70, and this total is 100. Yes, so this total is not equal, meaning that this is unbalanced matrix, right? Before solving this further, we need to balance this matrix. How do you balance this matrix, right? So see, whichever is lacking, right? The total here is 70, here is 100. So you cannot reduce this 100 to 70, but then you can increase this supply, right? So what you will do, whatever is lacking, you are going to add that. Okay, simple. So what's here? It is 70, right? So you need to add, so to become it 100, you need to add 30 to it, correct? Meaning that you have to add the 4th row, right? Whatever is lacking, add that particular row or column with all the costs as 0, correct? So now here if you see, you need to add one more row, is it? Yes, with the supply as 30. Yes, the other supply factors are going to be same, 15, 20 and 35, right? 15, 20 and 35. These are the original supplies or original numbers which are given to you. This is what we are adding additionally. Why? Because to make it 100, to make it balanced or same as the demand, and whatever is given in demand 30, 20, 50, it will remain as it is. Now what would be the value of these costs? Yeah, good question. So these are going to be 0, 0, 0, because this is, this is not there in the example, right? It doesn't exist at all, but we are adding it so that we can solve this problem further, correct? So we are balancing this matrix, and whatever you add is known as dummy row or dummy column. In our case, you have added the row, so this is dummy row. Vice versa case is also possible, that the column is lacking, right? And then you will add one dummy column here with all the costs as 0, and then you will add the lacking factor or lacking number, okay, to balance this matrix. Now this matrix is balanced one. Now you can start solving this by using any of the methods to find out the initial solution. What are those? As I mentioned, northwest, least cost, Vogel's approximation. Solve it by anything. I will pick the easiest one. You try with the other method. So northwest is the easiest one, right? Northwest corner method. North and west, so upper and leftmost cell is your first allocation, correct? And what would be the allocation? Now see, I would just draw the double lines to segregate the demand and supply rows and columns. These are your special rows and columns, as I always say. So now how much allocation is to be done here? Out of 15 and 30, whichever is minimum. So 15 is done, 0. This remains as 15. Whatever becomes 0, cut it. Yes. Now next allocation in this matrix is this cell, northwest cell. So the allocation out of 15 and 20, 15 allocation, minimum 1 is to be done. Subtract that 15 from both. So whatever is 0, cut it. Now from this matrix, allocation would be here. How much allocation? 5 allocation would be done. This gives me 0 and 5 will make it 15. Whatever becomes 0, cut it. Now the remaining cost matrix is this much. So the allocation is going to be here. How much allocation out of 15 and 35? 15. So this gives me this as 0 and 35 minus 15 is 20. Yes, so whatever becomes 0, cut it. Now the remaining matrix is this much. So the allocation would be here. How much allocation? 20. Yes, so this gives me 0 and this gives me 30. Whatever is 0, cut it. Now the only cell left is this. You are going to make the allocation here. 30, 30, yes, these need to be same because that's the reason we balance this matrix in the first place, right? Otherwise we won't to be able to solve it this way. Yeah. So then 30 allocation, this gives me 0, this gives me 0. So the solution is there. Yes. So now the solution is there. You have to find out the total cost required for this transportation problem by using northwest corner method. How do you find it out? Cost into the allocation, cost into allocation, and then the total of grand total of that will give you the total transportation cost to solve this transportation problem by using northwest corner method. As I tell you, always have to draw the table in the end so that it becomes easier for the examiner to check and you get the full marks for that then. Okay, so what that table says, I am not going to prepare it completely, that is the homework for you. Okay, but I will just give you the hint how do we form the table, right? So in the table, first thing you take it as allocation, then the cost, right? And here the source and destination, and then the total cost, right? So for example, these are your M1, M2, M3, and these are your W1, W2, W3, right? And this M2, M3, up to M3 is there. This dummy row which we have added, we'll treat it as M4. Okay, the next number. Okay, so now source destination. What's the combination of source destination? M1 and W1. I'm going to write down just one record for you. What is the allocation you have done here? 15. What's the cost? 19. 15 into 19 you would take here. Yeah, and the same way all the allocations you would note down. You would take the grand total of it, and then that is going to be the total transportation cost. Now one more small homework for you. Solve the same example. Like you can take this balanced matrix directly and you try it with Vogel's approximation method, even the least cost method, right? 99% of the times Vogel's approximation method is going to give you the better solution than these two. But you try it yourself, right? The way we have found out the solution by using northwest corner method, the same way you already know the least cost method and how do we solve the problems by using those. If you don't know, go to my previous videos. I have in very much detail, I have explained all of these methods. Solve by using those methods also and see the solution, and just let me know what is your answer by using these two methods. Okay, so if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Keep watching, keep studying. Bye bye. See you in the next video. Bye.